Dankeschön. Right. Damn, almost 1400 elo. Let's go.
Why is TheViper living in Germany? His girlfriend lives there.
Question is just, I've seen some people build like a war mill at 15 supply, rather than like against. Actually, I'll ask. Oh, he's muted himself. Grubby, unmute.
Okay, there are two headhunter openings that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a early war mill, like after filling gold mine and having burrow.
Yeah,
This
that's
leads
the one where I go panda against human.
Well, you don't have to go panda, but yes, it's the one you've been using. This is a 6 headhunter by tier 2 build. There's also a 16 war mill, 17 barracks. That's a 4 headhunter build, and it has a faster tech by about 20 seconds. Which means
I'll go for the 6 headhunter.
Okay, I think that's good. We'll talk more about when to use which later, possibly.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay.
I think that's good. We'll talk more about when to use which later.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
I think this was a bad war mill.
Make some notes.
Actually, I have a 4x4 there, so it should be fine.
Just stream.
I'm not doing the wall off. Idle. Okay, not the best opening. Where's he going? Okay, some misclicks, but it's fine. It's fine.
Terrible.
Should put them over here at least once the war mill is done.
Terrible, buddy.
You could do not a burrow.
I'd rather have Gambian though.
I'm gonna leave because I don't want to lose resources, but it's a horrible placement. I know, horrible, terrible. It's all good.
Yep.
I'm aware.
Okay, I'm gonna let it slide then.
Go away. Guess it makes sense to chase. Actually, no, I'm not gonna chase it.
Look at the peon being.
I want to see what's happening on the top of the map. Why can't I solo select course here?
Hey Grubby, thanks for all you do. Less than 3, I made this little
This burrow timing is bad.
Can a mod take that link?
Remember, I might be doing the build wrong.
Use it for study. Want to check it out?
I send it to a mod.
It's not there.
Okay, he did the wolf thing. He checks. He sees DK.
Dark Knight. Why are you idle?
Darkus is Death Knight. Tech
Death
time
Knight.
a little late.
Dark Knight. Doesn't matter.
Tech time is okay actually. Can't steal creep because of coil.
Not sure how long they stick around. It makes sense to try and chase them to get the kill.
Surround. Easy surround.
Decent damage on him.
0315 can target shop.
Just gonna continue trying to chip away at him. Oh, I don't want to be in that tower.
Ah, Tet Fiend build.
Horrible, terrible shop placement, but it's fine.
It's okay, undeads don't pressure it that often.
No, not there.
Good.
Oh, I have an idle. Oh god. Not pretty, not pretty.
Okay, the harass can be
This
a
is
lot
stuck in his
better.
bed.
That's so much worse, the burrow location.
He's taking a lot of damage on this Death Knight. He's stuck in his
Underperforming.
base. This is where I feel like, okay, I'm in a comfortable spot. He's kind of contained.
Under damaging.
He ran around there.
He could get a lot more out of this harass.
I'm attacking my own wolf. Let's go and check out what he was doing there.
Be creeping instead since 5 HH. Creeps faster than 1 fiend.
It was just a scout? I don't know. This feels must be super uncomfortable for him.
Not really, he's fine not losing anything. Because he's fast stacking. Faster than Orc even. Right now the undead is inting his acolytes so that he can make another lich.
Position.
Oh no, he's making a 4th
Can
fiend.
heal.
He's making a mistake. He should int acolytes and 3
tower.
fiends into lich. Oh, there it is.
Ah, that's
He has
why
a
he snuck
3rd
out.
cigarette. I like this
It all makes
undead.
sense now.
Yeah, this is terrible.
A little bit awkward spot, I think. I probably shouldn't be targeting the hero. That's where I feel like maybe I'm overstaying my welcome.
I want to go next. Headhunter's made out of paper,
I
yeah.
think I lost too many headhunters here.
This is so educational though. This guy is spanking him hard.
Heal. True.
Should I just step in and say game
Okay,
over?
gotta
I think it's more
replace him.
time efficient.
Oh, no. I didn't have to do that.
No, wait a bit.
Okay, I think that went from a good opening to a
No, let him.
pretty brutal follow.
Give him 2 to 3 minutes. He's already kind of mad at you. No, it's rude. I don't think he's mad at me.
Let's just let him creep around by himself. But again, I don't have much.
I think
in terms
now
of
would be a
units at
little
the moment.
demoralizing.
Oh, he's creeping this actually. Maybe it was wrong by me to do the aura first.
Yes, it would be rude to
Should've
cut
gone
in.
for,
Really? I don't really care if it's rude. I'm just caring if it's effective.
Speed.
I want to have effective
don't see him
time.
now?
Like the game is
We'll
over
try to
already.
take this
Time
break.
efficient for who? For him. For me, it's content. It's his tournament opportunity, right? Playing from behind is educational. Yeah, it is. Being rude can reduce efficiency. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think we're catching him out of position a little bit. At least disrupting his creeping a little bit, which is nice.
And it's good to see his crisis management. Undead lost the Fiend to creeps, by the way.
Pretend that
I think it also underestimates how much the other player can make a mistake as well. And then he doesn't get a chance to shine. I'm glad you guys stepped in and didn't let me cancel
inside
the rest of the game.
Hey Grubby, buddy, do you know any ways I can condescendingly address my friend?
I'm just gonna creep this quickly as well.
I can think of a couple of ways. Alright, man. He forgot the item, right?
Yeah, he's up there.
Nice containment style
I'm
here.
trying to see if I can steal that kill.
The guy should have nuked it, maybe.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of kills here that I shouldn't have, probably. Like, he's backing off too much, I think.
This guy is 1380 MMR. No?
I'll do one more headhunter.
The undead. Oops, what did I just do? What?
Take it from there.
What is F12? Okay, that was weird.
Wolves, so didn't have to... Oh, he's actually here.
I don't know what F12 does.
Let's knock this guy first.
Oof, so many fiends dead. F12 did not let me inspect Element. It actually opened Twitter on a new tab while disappearing the rest of my tabs. That was bizarre. He has creepjacked him 3 times in a row.
Oh yeah, true.
Or 4, I guess.
Perma.
Viper said he doesn't know why his Kodo is half-life sometimes.
He will expand, because he's also trying to get out on the map.
Okay, I like that reasoning.
So I'm gonna go over
10 minutes, think, fight soon, so over 50. I love to hear his reasoning.
I want to buy some items and do some more creeping first.
Oh, he cancelled it, okay. Could also
tier
use
3
ball.
for berserkers.
Could use ball to know, then cancel. Could use ball to know it.
I don't want the Kodo to be targeted.
Nice, good. Good micro. He has 1 enraged attack upgrade. Went to tier 3. He has an overburrow ready. Macro-wise, I think Viper's doing great.
The reincarnation should be pretty good.
Why melee damage upgrade? He's not, he's ranged.
Oh, I should have bought some items there first.
I think F12 and Opera GX opens a new profile with other tab. Oh, that's what happened. I feel like he's arranging his macro very well.
Wait, that's not where I want to buy things.
He thought it's a shop maybe.
But I have fortified defenses, so I still feel kind of safe at home.
He has fortified, 2 attack upgrade. He's getting all the creeps.
Use that on
now he's at 50, which is what we talked about a lot.
I used it on the wrong guy. Won't invul on him.
He'll scroll on Fires here.
Once I'm tier 3 is when I think I will use the crystal ball.
He used it, but did he look?
Speed scrolls. Where is he then? Oh, he crept this.
So he could either look for undead. So undead did bottom right. If he looks for undead, it will either be the undead here at the orange camp or this one. And after undead takes these 2, he will have to do an attack against Viper. We should talk about this. All red spot. Predict undead moves. He must orange. Hit your base. So I'm expecting Viper to be attacked in the next 45 seconds.
Another one just in
Corpses
case.
last 88 seconds. Viper scouted bottom right corpses. That means it was taken in the last 88 seconds.
Makes me a little bit concerned.
So it's hard to gauge exactly the pacing of the undead. Okay, I would go over 50 potentially or not.
Don't go so close.
I would either do it or I wouldn't. There it is. There's the undead. Like clockwork, finishing the final green camp, pizza crust.
The berserkers.
You don't have to go over 50 because
we're already gonna TP.
the undead will TP out as well. He needs to look. So now you can cancel your tier 3.
I can go back and grab it though, it's fine.
Cancel your over 50, make tiny great hole. Or you could just keep it and tiny.
I didn't buy TP again, but I can just buy it in the shop.
Where is he going? He has 700 gold. He needs overburrow and tiny.
Should maybe sold the item rather than spend it.
Oh, he wanted the item. Ooh, this is...
Okay, this is awkward. I'm just gonna back off since I'm up here. With quarter drums.
This creep would be very risky if he doesn't wolf check behind himself.
We'll do Hex, although I think healing could have been an argument here. Balls of attack, probably for him.
Shadow dead.
Awkward. Oh, I was silenced, I couldn't use it. Oops.
He often doesn't see his TC in big fights. Oh, and also he has Shockwave, not War Stamp.
Kind of trapped here.
Oh, he has Ankh.
Should though, I lost him as well.
Okay.
So I think I'm winning the fight.
He is actually.
He'll scroll. Yeah, that's the incarnation thing. Huh, good work. It was calculated.
Was it though?
Okay, let's target him now.
Chain Lightning, Lich. Chain Lightning! Okay.
Let's get the big boy wolves.
Game was over, by the way. Hey, you kept me in the game.
I have to say, despite losing my hero at the start.
He made good follow-up decisions.
Oh,
played very oppressive to the undead.
Unfortunately, I don't have any...
350 APM, by the way.
Nor do I have speed scroll. I didn't use any of my scrolls. That's horrible, terrible. And I will allow it.
Any surrounds?
It was worth a try. Maybe with this I can...
Guys, don't tell him I wanted him to leave. It's not because I don't expect he could still win, maybe.
This is where I probably should
I wanted to
expand.
save time and have a better start.
didn't-
Grubby keeps forgetting he's not playing against pros, so the games don't close out as easily. Yeah.
Don't want to overextend. Let's check if he has
In high-level games,
expansion.
horrible starts are game over. Yeah. But here, it isn't. Sometimes someone just has a full
It does
HP
not.
hero, level 4,
level
with
4.
invul TP, and the whole
feels
fight,
pretty
it
solid.
slowly goes down and then just dies. It happens. You should never give up.
That's fine. Let's play this.
Did he get tiny?
Wait, he's just chasing me.
He didn't, right?
Feels like he cannot justify that. I'm gonna leave a sentry ward there, just so I can see what's happening.
Isn't it nice not to have to teach someone about C asterisk, G asterisk, Grubby? It's pretty
Saw
nice.
something red there. Could have dropped off at the mill.
I wonder if Ward Stomp or Shockwave is better
was,
for
sloppy.
Viper against Undead. I feel like Shockwave's easier to use, and people still get value out of it.
Where are my raiders? I really need something that can slow these guys down. Could buy the orb as well, I guess. Still feel like I'm in a good spot, but I feel like my last...
Even in a pro game, I know, but this is not a tournament game.
My last couple of...
I wouldn't leave, of
2
course,
minutes.
but this is
I'm gonna
a
go for 2-3
practice
attack as
game.
well.
But it's good to take every practice as a serious game, because it will make your serious games more serious too.
Whichever.
Pretty good fight management. Where's the shadow, actually? Guys, find Nemo right here.
Again, these fights are probably have not been good for me, but I think I'm still winning just because I have such a big head lead from before. Let's finish that one.
Nice.
Let's just take in. Macro is completely slipping, I'm aware, but I feel like I'm winning the fight here anyway. I don't think it matters much.
I feel like
Should
I don't
probably get
have
some
to play
info. Oh,
against
God.
this guy
How
now
about him?
because Viper won. I wanted to show some
Too
things,
bad.
but because he won, I don't have to show it, I think. Maybe a
not that
rematch
clean.
between the two of them is better. I think you do have to show it. Just to start,
Now we get him, right?
or
Wait,
because
I
it
missed
still
it.
helps.
God, it's fine. I lost my hero again. It's fine. Part of the journey.
Okay, for learning some... maybe
He's
it's
playing
still
like
good to
single hero
see
here,
some
unless he
demonstration.
expanded that, which I guess is possible. Lumber, because it didn't get the...
Oh, he has no lumber because he got 3-1.
Oh, that was the Grubby move. So we're fighting inside. I really shouldn't. I should probably just go to the. Where do I even get it? Here. I need to check if he has an expansion. Can probably attack things here. Probably can't afford.
I always throw the game on
Minutes.
situation like this. On that basis, so annoying. How do I close this
Yes.
game? The game is already closed. You have an expo, he doesn't.
Oh no, I didn't check.
Just
if he
don't
has an
throw and
expansion.
you win. Don't throw, have enough lumber, invul potion, heal scrolls, 3 heal scrolls,
nice one.
3 heal pots, 3 mana pots, 80 pop, stand at your expo.
Ult. Oh, I don't have mana for it.
You don't need
I
to
had so
fight
many,
in their base. The game
times
is
I could have
won
used.
because you have...
Final shockwave to say goodbye. Well, to both of us.
You win because you have expo, not because you have to kill them in their base. This
Someone's
is
using
terrible.
ult. Does it work on units as well?
3,700 gold.
I don't have lumber.
Oh my god. This is peak 1300.
I feel like he's overstaying his welcome.
Really? He's overstaying?
But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm overstaying my welcome.
I have
Is
seen
this the
Tyler lose games
dark
like this
side?
too.
I mean, I haven't expanded. I feel like I can waste any units. I feel like the purpose of
the
this game has
enemy
already
base.
passed.
Yeah, how can the enemy base overstay? No, he
Honestly, I
meant
shouldn't be
overstay his
becoming
welcome
so
in the
sloppy.
game.
I didn't remake heroes either. I'm still... Okay, I gotta show you guys. I will have wood now. That's horrible. We don't have lumber for anything.
Guys, I
can't
didn't
lose this
scar
game, right?
Viper with horrible
Can I?
terrible. He's saying that to make me look
Probably
bad, to
can.
troll me back. That's why he keeps saying it. It's just a
Did I eat
meme.
something? I
He didn't
didn't.
really get
Let's look
scarred
this
by
guy.
it, did he?
How did I end up with no lumber? That's... Some people would argue this is poor eco-management.
He's using it because
I
it's
think it might even
fun.
make sense to take people out of wood to get lumber temporarily.
Will one shredder be
Heroes are
enough to
strong.
fix this econ?
I
Yeah.
want to take for him to drop off some wood. I want to get the chief. Let's just get him first.
But he's not altar reviving either. Altar revive first.
See him though,
Always.
he's just sitting in his base. So we're chilling. We can buy
Then
just about everything else. Buy TP, invul, protection for
A
good
lot
measure.
of the invitational players have a weird relationship to tavern rebuys.
Man, this takes forever to
They
drop
either
off
never do
lumber.
it, or they always only do it. They never like start altar and then cancel
Right,
in
no,
case they
definitely.
need it earlier. There's something about it they're not getting, so I should do a little explanation on it. Tell me needs peons in the situation, even if he has shredder. Well, he doesn't
Anything else
anymore,
to
but he
creep?
needed
I
to
mean,
make
at level
peons
5
before.
heroes. I guess only the Shadow Hunter can get creep
This
now.
move out is super random too,
We can give
like
him
what
some
he's doing
wolves.
now.
There's nothing. I wolfed for nothing. I never checked if he has an expansion actually. But looking at the amount of units he has, I don't think there's an expansion. He's
Well, yes,
he's licking his wounds. This game is
he
completely
needed to go
over.
back to clarity heal solve.
But I made it a lot harder for myself than it had to be. Let's put it that way.
Mana pot, heal
Can I
pot,
buy something cool here?
mana pots,
That
heal
seems cool.
pots. He'll
Should I go?
scroll. You just buy Cloak of Flames.
No, I would get wood.
How much is that?
Yes, Aquila. Oh, his gold mine collapsed as well.
500 gold.
I guess he doesn't know that I have an expansion.
Anything else? It didn't update on the overlay.
Because, I mean, if he does, he should know that he has to go and kill me now.
You can afford to, yeah.
So if there was $1 million on the line, I would have played passively here. Get some upgrades.
But not for 500,000. Man, he still hasn't spent his bank.
Oh yeah, Grubby told me if you have this amount of production and such, I can add another or a couple more production buildings.
Yep, either Beastry or Racks. I said 1, he's adding 2. Good. APM is dropping to 235, 335.
Sure if scroll protection, because why the hell not?
Mana stole the statue.
I'm not sure if English words.
Cloak of Flames is getting good value, man.
Yes, undead heroes are good. Seems like. Man, undead heroes are good. Why did I choose Orc? It's my conclusion from this. Yeah, we have the ult there as well now. We have an enroll on
Still,
this guy.
impressive. He won against
Yeah, GG.
1380 MMR.
Okay. I'm gonna blame that game on that I'm getting tired. Because I think I should have normally done better there with the economy management and everything. But still. It went well. Can we not talk about like after like minute 12 or 13 or when it was? And just focus on before that?
Okay, I can delete half the notes.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the eco management and all that crap.
Okay.
I felt like the game was over. I got sloppy.
Okay. All right, let's talk about the start.
Yes.
The start. In the beginning, when you harass, you could separate your wolves from your Farseer from the control group.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you'll be like everything in one group, Farseer, Headhunter, Wolves. Sometimes you can have Farseer, Headhunter in 1, Wolves in 2. And sometimes Farseer, Wolves in 1, Headhunters in 2, depending on the need.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the reason for splitting is because they're going to move to different areas. So if you wanted to like send wolves in on the DK but not have your Headhunter follow, that would be the way to do it. Okay, let's go through the replay. I'm going to save it and load it up and share screen with you.
Yeah.
Nice game, by the way. You beat a 1384 MMR. That's your highest MMR victory.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I will play him after this to show a couple of small improvements. First, let's...
But listen, if you would have told me, well, nice game, buddy. You see how that would have been like a little bit condescending, right?
No, I know.
No?
It was meant to be when I messaged you. As a joke.
Okay.
I'm not so clueless. Come on.
Well, you didn't know Game Ranger. You're not the only one there, so who knows?
Fair enough.
You're not sharing yet?
I'm sharing now. See, if you had said buddy there, I would have felt that.
Yeah, makes sense. All right.
Okay, so your harass was pretty good. You took very little damage. You kept him in base. You took him off a camp. And you were pretty happy with it. And you said it must be very disruptive for him. It's all kind of true, but you could do even more. And that's what we'll look at now.
But I felt like he was pulling away more than he should when I came in to creepjack him.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
I think you based that on your average experience of how undeads generally are. But there were some subtle build order differences that you were not aware of due to lack of experience.
Okay.
And I'll just tell them to you now so that you know them. Ghoul openers start with double ziggurat, no graveyard.
Okay.
And their tech timing is later. They will use more ghouls, which means they're more invested in early creeps. They're also more resilient to harass because they bring 3 ghouls on the first camp and then could bring even more soon after. They will get higher level Death Knights. They're more invested. They must be more active, but they also can be more active while still dealing with some pressure. It means that if your harass was this good and he had a slow tech with double ziggurat and mass ghouls, then you would be correct with your judgment that he was giving you too much space.
Okay.
But what he's doing here is called the Tet Fiend build. This was developed recently in 2008 by Chinese undead Tet. During that
recently, 2008.
It's an older build. You know, it wasn't there for the first 4 years of Warcraft 3's heyday.
Okay.
It's a recent addition. Tet was a younger player. He's now a full-time streamer, but back then he was the hot new kid on the block, 2008. He developed this build, and it is called the Tet Fiend build, or the let's say the fast tech. It starts with just 3 ghouls, which are not used in creeping at all. It opens with altar into ziggurat, then crypt. And normally undead opens with a crypt, so the crypt is late. And then he makes a graveyard and a shop, and he goes to tier 2 with just 17 population. We've got the Acolyte Scout, we've got 0 Fiends, and 0 Fighting Ghouls. All ghouls are gatherers. So this is the equivalent of when Orc makes Altar, Burrow, and then face rolls on Peons. It makes nothing else. Altar, Burrow, Fast Tech.
Okay.
This is the undead
One
version
question
of
in
it.
the... Yeah, like the Acolyte he sends to Scout. Should I spend any time on it?
No.
Okay.
You were correct to ignore it. You could set 1 wolf, but in order to kill it, you would have to stutter step the wolf between every bite, which takes 100% of attention. I think it's not worth for you.
Okay.
You could send a wolf AFK on it, but it means you're kind of weaker when you arrive here. I think it's okay to just ignore it.
Okay.
So he is doing the equivalent of 1 hero fast tech with no army, and therefore he is less invested. He is faster tech, which means he either gets a faster Lich or faster Dark Ranger. And that means that the timing of your being allowed to stay here is over faster as well. And it means that if he's camping in base, he's much more okay with that because he's leveraging the win condition of fast tech, not fast creeping. And that's why you made a judgment that was knowledge capped. So you show up.
Makes sense.
You stop him here. Could have tried to send wolves on Acolyte, but I don't mind you coming in. You saw the DK to hit him. You're targeting skeletons, which is good, because if you hadn't done this, they would be sicked on your Farseer, and then you would start taking damage until you deal with it. You thought about taking over the creep camp, but you didn't, because you realized he could coil steal. So this was all good decisions by you. Then you hit him when he gets in range. You turn on the skeletons when they came. All in all, really good. Plus 12 XP. This could have been a surround, but you're hitting him. It's all good. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Okay, this is what you see. You see Narup, so you know it's unwise to go in. And the Narup range is this big.
Right.
So there are some buildings that are exposed that the Narup will not be in position to defend. It's not always going to be this way, but just using opportunities that are usable would include attacking one of his buildings here. You probably have an angle with wolves on the altar. You 100% have an angle on the shop and on the crypt. You could dive into Acolyte, Ghoul, or Death Knight, but it will be protected by Narup. So basically, the way that I see it here is you have 2 options. Either you start pressuring one of his buildings, or you leave and you start farming his creeps, even though he will probably follow you.
Right.
If you stay, which building do you think you should target?
I'll probably go for the shop.
Yep, that's correct. Would like to see you do that. If you leave, which creeps do you think you should go for?
I feel like I currently... Oh yeah, true. This map is where I could have taken the orange creep with the wolves on the right side.
True.
For example.
If the set of wolves is over halfway, because you need 2 consecutive wolves fast. So you can't do it with fresh wolves.
But all things considered here, he has no units. He only has the Death Knight. Well, he has some ghouls he could obviously use, but I feel like I should just take whatever is quick and easy, so I can maybe come back and poke again if there is something.
Yeah, I like that a lot. You could also go for the shop.
So they...
if you go for the shop now, before the Fiend is ready, you will start doing damage on it. It has low health, 475. You might want to pull Acolyte. That gives you a potential attack target, which will draw a coil from him.
Yeah.
So shop could be okay. Leaving and creeping could be okay as well. Keep in mind that this creep is up, but he could coil it. So if you go for this, you could take these 3 and farm it and use this wolf to body block his Death Knight so he doesn't get near. If you go for this, there's a trapper. If it traps the headhunter and he has skeletons DK, it could kill your headhunter. And this has a trapper as well. So there are some risks if you creep under his nose and he follows you with a hero, but it could be nice. Attacking shop is nice too. Both are better than what happened here, which is that you kind of dance into the Nerubian tower, attack whatever is near, in this case skeleton. This was good. And now he has 1 Fiend shooting. You could try to attack the Fiend, he will pull back. It doesn't do much anymore. Would like to see you creep here. So you were satisfied with the contain, which makes sense because it's your plan. So you're following your plan. This is a good thing. Now we are trying to learn a new plan, which is earlier leaving because he's undercommitted to creeping, because he's fast tech, because it's a Tet Fiend build. Okay, then eventually Dark Ranger came. I think he did a really nice job keeping you here.
Yeah, he snuck the Acolyte.
Where did the Acolyte come
from? I saw the Acolyte go, at the earlier or ghoul or whatever it is. Skeleton warrior. I saw it run on the right. I wasn't sure if it was like sneaking an expansion or something, but obviously he can't. He hasn't crept anything.
Okay.
But I should then
you saw
realize
something
he
on
might
the
use
map.
that for a tavern. Yeah.
Ah.
I should have realized then that that's probably to get the tavern.
It would be a pretty sick read if you did, but you'll become more aware of it.
What other purpose would it be for him to sneak a unit on the right side?
Scouts your main maybe, but I mean it's
He
pretty
had
much.
already gotten plenty of scouting with the acolyte though, right?
Yeah, he did. And plus, this is all the scouting he needs.
Yeah, exactly.
The acolyte, he must int it. This build is so clean that it leaves exactly space for 3 fiends to be 25-30. It doesn't make the third cigarette, so the acolyte always gets inted, intentionally killed.
Yeah, makes sense.
Otherwise, he's 26-30. So technically, when you saw the tier finish and the altar is not producing, it means he's going for Tavern Hero. That's going to be Naga or Dark Ranger. Usually it's Dark Ranger. And that hurts.
I overstayed my welcome here for sure.
Yes.
I should have gone and crept a little bit earlier.
Yeah, you have until minute 5. And then you must make yourself scarce. The moment this started, the pro response would be to TP instantly, but you wouldn't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a expectation that he's going to coil 3 times and he's going to summon skeletons if he ever gets a kill. It feels like 300-400 health is enough to resist 100 coil and focus fire, but it goes frightfully fast. Like, look, it's almost half life.
Here I got greedy. I was thinking, oh, maybe I can just kill this hero on the way out, but you know. Yeah, it makes sense. I should just get out of here.
And every friend becomes an enemy with Dark Ranger.
Right. Okay. Luckily, I have no friends.
Okay. I was just thinking how true that is, because I was thinking about asking you to leave the game here to make practice more efficient, but you actually salvaged it so well afterwards. Chat convinced me
Wait,
to.
Was that horrible, terrible that you almost wanted me to restart?
No, just to get like a redo. But this was better because I get to see the rest of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the rest? No. Go on.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good. Here, I wasn't sure where you were headed or what the plan was. You don't really have a way to get value.
I was thinking he's creeping somewhere now, so I could maybe interrupt him, like something on these easy creeps.
Yeah. Because this is an army that has no CC yet. Then you showed up, you interrupted him, and it ended up leading to a really good game flow. And if he wasn't here, would you take it?
Probably, yeah, given I have a sizable force now.
So the worst case
I
scenario...
could even take it with just the wolves.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. The worst case scenario would be you show up here and it's already been taken. Then you would be in a very bad game state. But it worked out now for you. Then you're just trying to get strong, get some upgrades, some units, take creeps around him. You saw him and you pushed him off again. So your comeback has been completed after the 4 headhunter loss by pushing him off all the camps. You were in a great state. Now you're in this weird moment where you cannot immediately capitalize on your advantage by expanding because your expansion hasn't been cleared.
Yeah.
Which means you either have to go over 50 and kill him, which is always awkward in an undead base, or you go tier 3, which will eventually give a tiny great hole opening.
Right.
And you did that, so I like it. And you got another creep jack. It's a fantastic result. Here you saw what happened to Kodo and you remembered it forever after, which is nice. Here, interesting moment. You expected there could be a fight soon because you're containing him. You crept 5 camps around his base, knowing, therefore, that if he ever wants to get back in the game and creep, he has to go over the midway point because you exhausted everything here. So going over 50 here, even though you have no intent to go all into his base, I think was a very smart move.
Oh, shit.
But I also agreed with both your reasoning to do it and to cancel it as well. So the fact that you're thinking about it and making decisions on it is very good.
Good.
Why are you so scared?
The Professor Grubby can be brutal sometimes, man.
Really?
Nah, I'm joking.
Okay.
We're just having fun.
All right, good. Hopefully. Okay. So you don't know if he's going to go north or south now.
Yeah.
He's avoiding the middle. The middle 2 camps are extremely valuable, but the map control guy gets the middle camps.
Yeah.
And because...
Wait, the bottom shop here regarding items, because I was thinking this was a regular shop initially, but obviously it's a different one.
Yeah.
But what is worth grabbing there?
Did you read my writing on the marketplace in the RTS tournament server Discord?
Not yet.
Okay. Did you see I gave
What
map
was that?
information on 7 maps?
I read it, but I haven't finished reading that yet.
Oh,
Is it
okay,
in
okay.
there?
Yeah, there's something about the marketplace, but I'll explain
Okay.
it now. The marketplace spawns a new item in all of its available HUD slots every 30 seconds based on a level drop that has already been farmed once on the map by anyone.
Oh.
And then
Wait,
once...
could it change mid-click, kind of?
No, luckily
Theoretically?
not. Luckily not. It adds it to the empty slots. Doesn't move it up.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
But there have been misclicks sometimes like this. Because sometimes if you buy one in the middle and you want to buy another one, then there's some move up and there could be one item spawning. I mean, it has happened before, but overall it's pretty predictable and there shouldn't be any problem like that. But what this creates is a dynamic where you can click the marketplace and get information, just like in Heroes of Might and Magic when you click the tavern. Have you ever played that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so you get some espionage. If at minute 3 you walk here and you click it and it shows claws of attack +8, what do you know about the opponent, the Viper?
Didn't you say that? Yeah, it means that he has taken a red camp because there will spawn an equivalent of that item.
Yeah, he has taken a camp.
Like he has taken an equivalent of that item.
Right. And you don't yet know enough, I guess, about the drops to know which camp he could have taken, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So that would mean that he has taken either laboratory or expansion. This camp drops a class +8, and the expansion drops a class +8. And those are equal to Pendant of Energy, Period of Vitality, Talisman of Evasion, Ring +5. So if you see that, you're like, oh, he crept his expo. Maybe you opened with 1 or 2 camps, walked here, click it, and then, he crept expo. So maybe he has expo. Super valuable.
Makes sense.
You have map control because you killed some units, you made him run. That's why he has to give you the mid 2 camps. That's why you get them. Amazing. You get a fat consume like Ankh, and you get an aura item like Devotion or +6 stats or Rune Bracers. So he has to make a choice when you left to either go top side corner to farm, bottom side corner to farm, fight you despite being weaker, or stay in his base AFK and wait till he wilts.
Yeah.
So you now know, as the one who's ahead, that he has to pick a corner. So which one would be more likely?
I mean, like, the bottom one seems harder, or like seems like there might be less, but also he knows that I have, like, the top one has been crept a little bit. So I feel like bottom one makes sense.
This corner?
Yeah.
Makes more sense than this corner?
I mean, it's further away. I think so because we already crept his gold.
It's not the gold. I consider it part of the top right quadrant.
Okay.
And then these 4 camps are together, and then these 4 camps are together.
Well, the bottom one is further away from the middle where I am. The top left is closer to the middle where I, in quotes, am. He doesn't know exactly, but...
Yeah, you could see him here. Whereas this camp doesn't have any vision on this. And also it's closer to him, this corner.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the most likely. If he wants to be tricky, he goes here. So that's another thing to keep in mind. What's near to someone and what would be tricky. But either way, he's gonna pick a corner.
Yes.
Okay, so you're still...
Grubby,
yes.
I have to ask you for a 2-3 minute break.
Of course.
Because there's a little crybaby in the other room.
Good luck.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm just checking up with chat. Ah, yes, just fun, Professor Grubby. That is so much to remember. Every drop on every camp on every map. No, it's not every camp, every map. There's only 2 maps with Marketplace. It's Tidehunters and Northern Isles. 2 out of the 7 maps in the tournament pool have a Marketplace. And you generally get a feeling for what type of drops from some camps. So let's say if it shows Devotion Aura, then you know, oh, they took the Devotion Aura camp. Of course, it's a lot to remember, but like it's very valuable. Because you get map hack information about your opponent. Wait, the way the Marketplace works? Yeah, quick, I can do some coaching with you, Lakari. He's gone. You're my favorite student right now. For 2 minutes, until he's back. Yes, the Marketplace shows 1 new item every 30 seconds based on an item that has been dropped by any of the players so far. So if this Ogre Mage, which drops Greater Mana Pot, gets farmed, and you walk to the middle of the map, you click it, and you see Greater Invulnerability Potion for sale, then you know, oh, my enemy has already crept the Ogre Mage. Of course, if you also crept the Ogre Mage, it will pick either his Ogre Mage drop or yours. And then it will show it. You don't know that he farmed it. If you creep the claws, that's generally crept earlier than this mana pot because it's faster to creep. So when you get to the marketplace, it will usually show claws first. And then the next item it shows is either going to be claws or mana pot. You don't know which is going to be. It's random. It draws from the table. So it's especially early in the game, like the first 3 to 4 minutes, that you can get really useful information from it. Did my opponent creep Expo? Did they creep their fat consume? It's always one of the items that has dropped so far. Drop table anyway. Does it add two if both are cleared? No, it doesn't. It will pick one of them every 30 seconds. Does it instantly get added to marketplace on death of creep? No, there's an internal server tick rate. So it could be that like you creep the camp and then 5 seconds later happen to be the 30-second window, or it could take another 25 seconds if you just had a window behind you. It's not the same item that was dropped, it's the same level of the drop. It doesn't duplicate it.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Where were we?
All you need to know, everything okay with the baby and the...
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, okay.
I just had to give him a bottle.
Oh.
He drinks it by himself.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's nice.
Amazing. How old is he exactly?
He is 9 months.
Wow. Can't walk but can hold bottle, huh? Giga chat.
Yeah, that is how it works.
He will pick a corner. You crept this with solo TC. No, because you wanted to check the marketplace.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to buy from a shop there, and then I realized it was a marketplace when I went down there.
Oh, yeah,
I think it was.
This was
Which is more embarrassing.
A little bit, but it's okay. I forgive you. You're so good in so many ways.
I
Crystal
think this. I should spend more time looking in his base here because I did it and I looked and I was like, I don't know what I'm seeing anyway, but I should look here and get the information.
Yeah, you can walk somewhere and then look for a while as your army is traveling.
Yeah, yeah.
Some things you could see is Crypt is producing, Graveyard is researching. I don't know exactly what it means, of course, but my guess here would be, right? I see 4 ziggurats, which caps you at 50.
Okay.
And I see a 6 ziggurat producing. Very valuable, actually, right now, this scout. Which means he is not yet over 50.
But he's planning to.
And the Crypt is producing, which means he's not yet at 50. Or at least is only just reaching it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I'm going to toggle and I will see 43 or 46.
Oh, so close.
Close. Unfortunate. And he's upgrading.
Happens.
So since he's upgrading at the same time, it also means he's not banking to do a quick 0 upgrade 55 food timing push. If he's doing a quick 55 food timing push, he would save his money, don't upgrade, and try to overwhelm with numbers. So there's a lot of info here if you know how to read it, but it's tough. But at least ziggurat counts can be quite valuable. It's like, oh, making his 5th, so he's under 50, which
Makes
means
sense.
you are not so much at risk. And then eventually you did this. This was super interesting. Corpses last 88 seconds. Skeletons last a minute. So you can know that he has been here in the last 88, killing it. In fact, we can say 75, because otherwise you would see him walking away if it was just killed. So maybe it could have been a minute ago. But the skeletons there say it's been less than a minute. So we now start to make a guess. What does he do after this? You crept the laboratory. After this, what does he have to do?
He has to continue on the bottom path.
This one?
Yeah.
And then?
My gold, my expansion.
Yeah.
Then potentially my base. He could also skip the creep and go straight to my base.
Yeah. He could skip something.
But he also knows that I saw him. He knows that I know that he is there.
Right.
If he's paying attention.
But did you didn't make this guess in the game, right? That it's going to be 1, 2, 3 base hit.
Not like that. No, I was thinking, okay, he's down there, so I'm just going to creep on top, I think. I think that's how my brain worked.
Yeah.
And I have my logic was I have a TP, so if he comes to my base, I will just TP there.
Right. And so now when you see this, Warcraft 3 is sometimes so logical that, like, even though you could say there are many options, he could take this and then run across the map. He could take this, and then not take this. But the most logical and efficient way, which also I think happened to be correct, is that he will take this, then this, then this, then this, and then your base. Or not take this and just hit your base. Because this is relatively small and he accidentally shows himself giving you warning. Mistake by him. So when you scouted this, I said 45 seconds later, Viper's going to get attacked in his main. Because he will trade TPs and he then hopes that he aborts you before you finish out the wealthy top.
Right. And then he will try to come to the top and compete for those.
Yep.
I was definitely indecisive though.
A little bit indecisive. So let's say if you decided to trade TPs now and you attacked him, then he would have crept a red spot when you did 2 mid-value spots, kind of, and then he would TP and then you would TP. Let's say you can't run or speed scroll away. That starts you in your base and starts him in his base. The proximity to value for you will be higher because you will have most likely interrupted him during the Arachnithid camp, which happens to be true. That means you never got your nat. You can leave nat and this pizza crust for later, and then you would have a position to get at least these 2 before he arrives, and then you could have a Mexican standoff for these 2 camps. So a TP trade here would be not bad.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen now is you're going to take either this and then this, or you're going to take this and then this, or you're going to take the red spot by itself. Soon after, he will force you to TP. You will TP, and then you'll still be closer to value.
Yeah. If you were spawned into my spot right now, what would have your decision been?
Go red spot first to secure it.
Okay.
And then see what else I have time and value for.
Okay.
Or what's also possible, because you know he just did red spot, you could also walk to your own expo. Right now, from your vision, I don't know if he's finished with this or just starting. But that could be another creepjack here. If you walk here, it's not a TP trade. If you go top left, he will trade TP with you. If you go to his base, you trade TP with him. But if you walk to your natural, a likely creepjack ensues. You get to finish it off. He TP's home. You're close to value. He's not. You expand. Expand is opposite to the creep value, which means he has a choice. And while you do a slow Great Hole expand, you start working on the value here, this camp, and this. And you can also have the confidence to go over 50. Normally, we're allergic to going over 50, but now it would be good. Because we soon will have an expo, which means we go from 70% income to 140%. And he'll be at 100 or 70. So we'll always be ahead in income if we creepjack him here, expand, and then go over. And you have a decent bank already. But
so I actually had multiple good choices here on paper.
I think so. 3 options. And it should be that way, right? Because you are ahead. You have map control.
So this was probably a mistake to go for this one first. I should have gone straight red.
Yeah, this is the least valuable from the 4 camps. Pendant of Energy, Greater Mana Pot, Brilliance, Claws of Attack +5.
Right. Because technically here, if he goes straight to my base after my expansion or this one, I might have had to TP out before I get to creep the red one.
Yep, and you did
actually, I
creep
crept the red one, but I didn't take the item anyway.
Yeah. If you had dropped some sentries at some point, that would have given you additional decision making. I'm glad that you bought double heal scroll, though they should be split since they're on a mutual cooldown with each other. I like that you took your time to pre-position. It does cost some time, but it means you take less damage. You also pulled back the low raider. Here we want to kill the Magnetor first. Although I think you have nice like damage reduction mechanics. If you finish him off first, then you can take what's needed early. Also, drums does not stack with Kodo aura.
Ah, okay.
So it's a cell angle.
So is it... Or keep it in case Makoto gets sniped.
Unusual, but not a terrible...
right.
It's 7%. Kodo is 10-20. So it's less than. So you would still want a Kodo even if the Kodo gets sniped. I do think what you say makes sense. I've never seen anyone deliberately keep it with Kodo.
Right. How much do you get for it? Because it's a red item, so I imagine it should be fairly valuable.
300 gold. But it's
That's solid.
It's subject to upkeep tax.
Right.
So you could keep it until you drop it.
Oh, they get... Ah, okay.
Yeah.
They know that. That makes sense.
Here, you did double tap, I think. I would have TP'd here, which is very greedy. Because what if he doesn't go away? It gives
you better positioning for approaching the fight.
For value. Because we're expecting a TP trade.
You can, makes sense. You expect him to go away, so you can just go straight to creep again. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a gamble.
Yeah, but there's no way he's going to stick around, right? With that little tiny army of his.
Correct. And this also brings us to the next point. Maybe you can guess what I'm going to say. You You didn't have to TP.
I have fortified defenses. His army was so tiny.
Yeah.
I could have chilled and just run down. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Put down sentries. If you have item infantry problem, just put down 2 sentries. And then just creep this, creep this. And he's like, wait, isn't he supposed to say who's there when I say a knock-knock joke?
Right. Yeah.
Because this is a knock-knock joke, this attack. It's not a real attack.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, Chieftain order of upgrades here. I went Aura first.
Yeah, I like it because you were moving across the map.
Right. Then question is Stomp or Shockwave?
I think both is nice. Stomp is more traditional, but it's harder to use. It compromises TC position more. It's very debilitating on undead to be interrupted from casting spells. It has a higher ceiling, but it also has a higher floor. Shockwave can be spammed from random directions more, and is always solid.
Yeah.
This was difficult. If you had
I was picking up my item.
Yeah, but too risky. My expectation was that he would contest top left because there's still value there. He came through the middle, which was unexpected, but I think he wanted Potion of Invulnerability. He also did go over 50 before the knock-knock joke, so he's actually going to 3-0 attack upgrades. And so I guess he just said, it's not going to get a lot better for me than this, and he came in. This led to a worse game state. I wish I could show you the rest, but we've reached the halfway point, and you said no second half.
No, you can show a little bit more.
Okay, joke.
Couple more minutes. Oh yeah, I was wondering why I couldn't use the hex there, but yeah, he had silenced me. Makes sense.
Yeah, you heard the sound, right?
I saw the exclamation mark over his head.
Okay.
This was calculated. I knew I would get him reborn.
Yep, you had Ankh, you knew it. You mentioned it before he even started taking damage, so I know that you're not...
Exactly. I mean, I was thinking it.
Yeah, I could see that. Pretty good fight. You had a lot of consumes and advantage build-up, so that helps.
Still didn't use my items well here. I had items that I could have used. It was bad.
It's because you're a little surprised as well. You basically took a really big risk. Moving into the middle after a TP trade, when you both have the same speed to get there, while sending only half your army before Shadow comes out, before Headhunter upgrade finish, sending hero away, it was a little risky. We play that less risky. We ignore the shop. You take your item, you farm the high value camps on your side, wait for Shadow, and then you start mentally preparing for the... You know how like the economic version of mental preparation is, like for a fight, is I'm gonna go over 50, which you said at the 10-minute mark. The equal micro part of that thought is what items do I have once I need them?
Right.
And that needs a lot of reminders before fight.
Yeah. Should have had a scroll, the speed scroll.
Yeah.
This is where we could start consider
Yeah, we can.
I think the game was over at this point.
But it isn't though. Like just to make it clear, I know we can avoid the minutia, the details, but it isn't actually over so long as Undead has their heroes alive.
Okay.
Which you partially found out, even though it felt a bit memey.
Yeah.
But it's true. As long
What's
as
the supply right now?
He's probably like 33. Okay, it's a little bit.
Oof, that was a big. That was oof.
Big oof.
That's brutal. Yeah, oof.
I can set you up with another coach. But okay, shit. There's no Kodos eating.
But the combination is, I felt like all my fights were good, and I was gonna expand behind this. I thought, okay, I cannot lose from here. But yeah, I should be obviously more careful. Yeah.
And then once it becomes more and more about heroes and less about army, like once you feel like the army macro part goes really well, then feel free to add like lots of extra raiders.
Right.
Because it becomes about hero lockdown.
Yeah.
Also lightning orb to counter frost armor and to have more lockdown is okay if you have a lot of money anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
I had some money a bit later in this game.
A little bit. Okay, if he's still around, Satalax, I would like to play a follow-up game on India. It was a short 10 minutes. Viper 2.
Oh, this time Viper 2.
We keep them guessing.
Creativity is off the charts.
We had a quick 10-minute replay analysis.
Yep, I heard about those.
Okay. Sorry, no
Somehow my ping got worse and his got better.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it takes one snapshot and there's some undulations.
Could be.
You are ready to watch, okay.
Oh, wait, I'm... Oh, yeah, true. I'm watching this one, right?
Yes.
And you're showing me, yeah. Maybe should I mute and watch your stream?
No, we can just talk during the game.
Okay.
Then you can ask questions and stuff, or I can ask you questions.
Okay. If you can multitask like that, sure.
No problem.
Oof.
Sorry. For
Like,
what?
do you talk while playing for a living or what?
Not as well as you, honestly. But if the MMR is...
I mean, to be fair though, I think the like the intensity and micro requirements and demands in those clutch moments in Warcraft is more demanding. So I think it's easier to talk while macroing in AoE.
But AoE 4, though, I felt very overtaxed sometimes. You're yapping all the
Yeah,
time.
but